My FT-710 radio, HF radio, has a built-in automatic antenna tuner with a range of up to 3:1 SWR. I can use it to tune different frequencies within a band because you know my antennas are homebrew and far from perfect. So they do not have the same SWR from one end of the amateur radio band to the other end. So I need the built-in antenna tuner to tune up to exact resonance when I am working on a frequency. It cannot be used for antennas which are not meant for that band. For example, I cannot use this built-in tuner to tune for 20 meters using a 40-meter antenna. That is way out of the range of this antenna tuner. For that, I'll need an antenna tuner with a higher range, maybe about 10:1. I do not have that and I have not used that also. This is an automatic antenna tuner within the radio, which I find it very handy. Now I'll show you how to use the automatic antenna tuner in this radio. You choose a frequency which is free and make sure that nobody is transmitting there, and ideally you should ask 2 or 3 times whether this frequency is occupied, and after that you can press the tune button. Single press of the tune button will bring the tune indicator there, but it has not started tuning it. And if you want to tune it, what you do is long press. In between there will be high SWR indications also. That is because radio is choosing the particular SWR, minimum SWR point. And after this has been done, if you press the PTT, you can see that the SWR is quite low. I'll just show the pressing of PTT. That is without audio only. I have pressed. I didn't want to have an audio. In SSB mode, you know that without using a tune or something, you will not get much. Anyway, you have seen that it is well below 1.5. But if you are trying to call, it will be usually shown as much lesser. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Once the antenna has been tuned to a particular frequency, that is stored in the memory of the radio, so that when you come to the same frequency, you don't have to tune again, provided you are using the same antenna and cable. If I am using a different antenna, because on 10 meter, I can work either with my Enfed antenna, which is having HLF 200 cable of 10 meter length and 49:1 balun at feed point, or I could work with my combination dipole, 40-10 meter combination dipole, which has a 1:1 current balun at feed point and run off 15 meters of RG213 coax. Both these antennas will work for 10 meter. But if I have tuned for one antenna and then try to use with the other antenna, my automatic tuning will not work. I will have to tune again. Similarly, when you want to check into a net, what you do is you tune about 5 or 5 kc up or down and make sure that the antenna is tuned, and then go to the frequency and you can transmit. And during the tuning process, radio cuts down its output. Only a very small RF output is used during the tuning process, so that even though the meter shows high SWR in between, red indicator is shown, it will not damage the radio. You would have heard the rattling of relays within the radio while it was tuning. That is because it is selecting the best combination of capacitor and inductor for matching the antenna to your radio. And then that combination is stored in the memory, so that within another 10 kilohertz or so, if you operate or on the same frequency you are operating, you don't have to tune again. What happens if you try to tune to a band which is not within the range of the antenna? You see, the radio refuses to tune it because this is 160 meter band, nowhere near the range of that antenna. It shows a high SWR indicator and refuses to tune. This is the feature of most of the modern SDRs. It will cut down the output when you try to use on a band in which SWR is high. Same thing happens if your antenna is disconnected also. Suppose you try to start transmitting without the antenna connected, then also same thing happens. That is an important protective mechanism in modern software defined radios to prevent damage to the final RF stages.